So welcome to our February 8th meeting. It's a little bit different than what we had originally scheduled, but that's okay. Life will go on. Welcome to everyone that's coming today. We have a little bit of a different agenda than normal. And Liz is rolling the slides here. There we go. So just so you have an idea of what to expect, we're going to have things in a little bit different order this morning. We have the announcements right away about upcoming meetings and what else is going on at MQ. And we'll have show and tell fairly early on as well, which is quite a bit different than normal. And then after that, Liz is going to talk about the Minnesota Quilt Show and what's going on with that and what's new and different and some of the teachers that are happening. Then we'll have door prizes and any closing comments. Unfortunately, because of the snow and because of the type of program she was going to have, we asked Wilhelmina Vandervoorde to postpone hers until probably December or later, because that's when we have the next opening. But it wasn't the type of program that would lend itself well to Zoom, and so that's why we didn't want to go in that direction. Plus, it would be very difficult for her to get things ready for Zoom. So coming up in March, though, the Minnesota Quilt Project folks are hosting that meeting. And on Thursday, they'll have a presentation about feed sacks and the colorful history of the frugal fabric. And that will be a lecture for the Thursday night meeting. And then on Saturday, the meeting is vintage and modern string piecing, and there'll be a workshop session during that. And it's an in-person only meeting on that Saturday. So I believe I saw a sign up for that one earlier in my emails this week. So look for that and sign up if you want to go to that workshop. We are still looking for nominations for the Outstanding Volunteer of the Year. We have just a few more weeks to get that nomination in. So go to the Volunteer Opportunities tab on the website and put in your suggestion, and we'll be announcing that at the April meeting. Also, the big announcement from our past president, Wynn, is that we need to have people to recruit for board members. We need to get several new board members on board because some of us will be stepping down and there's no one looking up to take our place. And you can join some of the board members right now. There's the president-elect, the education director, and the communication director. All are openings that we could fill now and get you started, or you could be willing to go on for next year's board. That would be great. It's a good way to learn about the organization and to meet new people. So, you know, it's not all work. There is some fun in there too. So it's a good way to do that. So think about it. The other bit is that there are some Meet the Teachers occasions coming up on Zoom, and two of them will be next week on Monday and Thursday, and Liz will go into more detail about those later, but that's where you can get a lot more detail about some of the classes they're going to have from them themselves. And so it's a little bit nicer to have them tell you about their classes than have us tell you about their classes. And then now it's time for show and tell. So if you're in the Zoom group today, unmute yourself and talk about your quilt when it comes up. Otherwise, we'll just keep moving on through. So the first one up, Gail Smith.
Well, good morning.
Oh, there you go. Good.
I retired from the VA hospital after working there for 35 years. And during that time, I developed an incredible respect for our military veterans. So after I retired, I joined the Quilts of Valor Foundation and I began making Quilts of Valor. It was my incredible privilege in December to present Quilts of Valor to 3 of my cousins. They are siblings. The 2 brothers are Vietnam vets. Their sister was an Army nurse for 28 years. We were able to do this at the Veterans Memorial in their small town of hometown of Uppsala, Minnesota. And it was just a very wonderful and emotional day. The patterns that I used for these quilts, two of them actually were inspired by MQ meetings. The one on the left that was from Katie Henniger, who spoke at MQ. Well, it was pre-pandemic, so it was a while ago, and I purchased the pattern then. The one in the middle, I created the borders and took a different pattern and created, or the one that you're seeing on the right now. And then the third one was a disappearing pinwheel that I got the idea from a year ago at an MQ meeting with Brita Nelson. It was the first disappearing block I've ever made. It is the last disappearing quilt I will ever make. It just wasn't a technique that I didn't particularly appreciate. I like the result of it, but I just didn't enjoy the process of making it. And then the other thing that you see there are presentation bags that I made for them to take their quilt home in. It was just a wonderful day.
Thank, that's all very lovely. Very nice of you to have done that. Okay, next up is Candace Richards. Are you here today? Okay, I'm guessing not. She was here on Thursday and she talked about this a little bit, but she used some hand-dyed fabrics in this piece, and her goal was actually to practice free motion quilting. So she needed a lot of blank open space and tried to make something interesting. So it looks nice. It's a nice quilt. Julia Cola, are you here? Okay. Moving forward. This is one where she did some scraps. Brenda, are you on this? Oh, sorry. Brenda, are you on this morning? Okay, Brenda's busy making baby quilts, and so this is one of her latest creations. I think she's showing some close-up shots here, some different pieces of it. So she has all these nice, cute little animals and clouds and such. Diane Connor, are you on today? All right, this is hers from a class she took from Luke Haynes. And you'll see it in the non-judged portion of the quilt show this year. And Jill Davenport, are you here? Okay, she talked about this one on Thursday too. This particular one is a shower curtain. She just took the blocks and then put a simple liner behind it and made a shower curtain out of it. But she couldn't find shower curtains that she actually liked for her house, so she made her own. So there you go. And then she also made this scrap quilt, these scrap quilts, and I believe these are charity quilts that were pulled together from different fabrics that were available to her. Okay, and now I'm turning over to Liz.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I know pivoting when you are hoping to see some quilts in person is kind of tricky, but hopefully everyone is in their jammies and they've got their laptop up or their tablet up and they're quilting away. And then they're going to go play in the snow later when it's a little bit warmer. I missed the reveal. Here it is, my first year as show director, and I was so sick that I couldn't do it. And membership stepped up and did it on my behalf, and so they got to do it. And so I'm just going to kind of do a reveal 2.0 and be able to talk to you about the show and enthusiasm for the show and kind of get into, what we need coming up. And so we're gonna talk about the show, and then stick around because I am gonna go into the website and show you a couple of things specifically about the classes, because there's a little wonky thing with being able to see the pictures, the classroom pictures, and the software doesn't work to be able to show a picture right away. So I just want to show you where that is. So thanks for being here, and I'm glad we're here finally. So just to start out, I wanted to hit the show registration reminders. So membership has received emails with the link to register with the membership pricing. That went out on the 4th. And then we will be opening it up to the public on the 18th. So you've got about, 9 days to get in there and pick your favorite classes. We do have a couple of classes that are getting into over 50% capacity. So if you're hemming and hawing about something, just go ahead and register, and maybe we can get all the teachers to stick. That'd be awesome. We have our quilt entry deadline is going to be April 16th, and advanced registration deadline is June 6th. Just some high point numbers here. And then down below here, so we do not have a link yet on the MQ website that just automatically brings you to the website, the registration website. But this is through CVent. So down below, you can see it, and you still need to use that link in your email that gives you the membership pricing. So you can see everything, you can review things ahead of time, you can share with your friends, that sort of a thing. So feel free to use that. Like I said, towards the end, we'll go through that a little bit so you can see. All right, and I'm just going to go through because, like I said, I wasn't a part of the reveal meeting, and I want to talk about these really cool things because as I'm doing the logistics, as I'm working with the committee members and working with St. Cloud, it's been really exciting. So first off is Tuesday, a quilt walk, strut your stuff. We're going to meet outside the lobby of the River's Edge, and then we'll stroll through downtown. I'm working with Greater St. Cloud to come up with a potential pathway, and we might have some media. So, have your quilt, the one that you want to see the most. And then our preview night, it'll be traditionally like we've done in the past, where it's Wednesday night. It is a $12 ticket to get in, but you can shop early. You can meet the teachers. There's door prizes. So building on the excitement of getting in there. And new this year is we're doing a fashion show on Thursday night. We're going to have a mingle hour with cash bar and dessert courses. So we're encouraging you to do your show stuff, finish up your class, grab a little bit of dinner, and then we'll have light bites. And that is going to be emceed by designer and coat maker, faculty member Rachel Clark. And we are still looking for models. So if you are interested in modeling and being one of the members, we are requesting that you send an email either to the show director at mnquilt.org or faculty at mnquilt.org. And for our banquet, our theme is Wish Upon a Star. The social hour for that begins at 5 in the pool area, and then the banquet will begin at 6:30. We went back to the ticket prices of last year at $45 for members and $50 for members, as our catering company cut us a great deal. We have our guest speaker, Joe Cunningham, and then we're asking you to bring a star block to exchange. And along with those lines, he's going to be talking about my life in quilts, and he plays music. So he is going to bring his guitar and talk about his life in quilts. And he's a very dynamic speaker. So, and his Meet the Teacher is coming up. So you haven't missed that one yet. With the banquet, I will say that, you can get together with your friends and then reserve a $50 hold for a table, and you can have 8 people at your table. Magnetar, which is a magnetic star. And then similar to last year, how it was the sea captain or captain of the table. Now we're being all bright stars, and you get to be the top tier bright star. And I just wanted to go through and appreciate Sharon Resvick for Quilter of the Year. Her work with Minnesota Quilt Project and in the community has been lovely to see. And it's been a delight getting to chat with her. And here are some additional quilts that she shared. And our scholarship winner this year is Joa Bingert, and he will be at the show as well. So if you see either Sharon or Joa, please congratulate them and talk to them and enjoy them being excited about being a part of Minnesota Quilters. And here are some of Joa's quilts. All right, and to go into some special exhibits, Cherrywood Poppy Challenge and MJ Kingman. We have several other things listed on the website, and more images will come on the website as we get them. So please, I'm also going to make a special plea that as we get through this slideshow, go check out the website and look through it. I want to funnel all members to go ahead and check out the site. Use your link, register for your stuff, because it's really exciting. All right. And for some of our quilt exhibits, we've got our judge quilt entries. You're very familiar with this. So we want to promote quilting. You get feedback from a national accredited quilt judges. And what I learned, because I'm new to Minnesota Quilters, I learned that they give positive feedback. So, hey, you want to see how to improve and do it in a way that makes you feel good about what you've done, submit it for your quilt judge entries. The deadline for that again is April 16th. And we have a youth exhibit. So if you've got young people in your life, have them sit down with you, enjoy making quilts with them, show them things, teach them. They're seeing you quilt and your excitement for it, and you build on it. And it's a really lovely situation. And other exhibits that we'll have, non-judged, the mystery quilt, Medora pattern challenge, a learning stage, and quilting for others. And speaking of challenge, we've got all buttoned up this year. So we've got these packets in the office, and if you register for it, either through the MQ shop or through the registration, we'll send those out to you. It's just $5, and you get fun supplies to create something of your imagination. Also, this year, we're going with another round of quilts for sale. So that's if you're showing a quilt and you think, oh, I have 27 quilts at my house. I don't know where to put all of these quilts, but you want it to go to a home where someone is really appreciative of it, you can list it for sale at our show. So part of what we're aiming to do is use that as a way to connect people with quilts, because quilting connects us, and also help fund MQ. So we are doing it where you will get 75% of the total of the quilts, and MQ gets 25 because we will handle the money handling, the shipping, making sure it gets there safely. Just go ahead and send our treasurer an email with the name of your quilt and the price you think it needs to be marked, and we'll have that listed at the show, and then we'll advertise your quilt as well. Also, again, this year we'll have a learning stage. We have one volunteer already for the learning stage, and we are still looking for another. But yeah, come in and hear about techniques, products. Our vendors are there. We're hoping to have a few extra videos and things to show, so that it'll be the same but a little bit different than last year. And quilting for others. I'm very fortunate to get to see quilting for others every single week on Wednesdays. It is a flurry. They come in and they set everything up with precision, and then people come in, and it is just a wonderful thing. So if you've not had a chance to come to the office on Wednesdays from 11 to 1, feel free to also stop by the show and talk with them and see how easy it is to be a part of this wonderful experience. And also stop by our Minnesota Quilt Project. There's quilts from the Minnesota Quilters collections. You'll learn about quilt storage and care, and you can make arrangements for documentation of your quilts. Also, if you have questions about the Minnesota Quilt Project, next month is their highlighted monthly meeting. So bring your questions to them then. And then now we also have our Connect table. So we invite you to represent your guild at the Minnesota Quilt Show. Share your information, find new members, sell raffle tickets. Just contact show director at mnquilt.org and let us know if you're interested. And this year we have a couple of new things in the works that are not yet listed because it's not yet verified. But we do have lunch bags and notebooks with our MQ sticker. And then we have a few things that are still on the website shop that you can go ahead and order. We do have tumblers again this year, and just wear your proud merchandise. And for our vendors, we're getting a great list of vendors, and that's on the website. On the homepage, there's a link with there's a list with links to their actual site, so you can see what's coming. More will be added as we go. All right, and my favorite part, volunteers make the show happen. So we are still looking for volunteers. The Sign Up Genius lists are not yet up. That's why we're asking you to send any interest to me, and I'll make a list, and we will be sending that out as we get the Sign Up Genius session set up. I do want to show you, I wanted to take this about the quilt judge entries volunteers needed, because there are many opportunities. As you can see, there are a few hours at a time, and there's a lot of different helpers needed. This is kind of what it's like throughout the show. There's just a few slots at a time, or a few hours at a time, and multi people are required. So if you want to have fun and be a part of the show, you can help volunteer, you can be there, you can make friends. It's really important to have membership and volunteers help us to put this show on and running. So that is headed on its way. And then again, I wanted to highlight our upcoming Meet the Teachers sessions, Monday the 10th and Thursday the 13th. The other two that were last week are already on our YouTube channel. So all you have to do is type in Minnesota Quilters Inc. into YouTube, and they are up and ready for viewing. And I just want to take a brief moment right here before we get into the faculty is I would really love it if everyone went ahead and went to the website to look through the classes, because I'm not going to go into the detail. We've already done that. And I just kind of do a quick little walkthrough here, but I'll show you after we get through the slideshows how to see what's on the class lists. So you can see that.
Liz,
Yes.
there's been a few questions going through the chat while you've been talking. Do you want to take them now, or do you want to do it all at the end?
I can take them now. Thank you. I didn't have the chat up.
I know it's hard to do that and talk at the same
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Some of them are things about like what's the fee to enter a challenge quilt. That
Unfortunately, I don't have all of these things at the top of my brain. Let's see. Yes. All right. Let me see if I can answer these. Yes. All right. Well, one, I'd like to thank Brenda for saying, I've heard Joe speak. Another, don't miss. And many congratulations to Sharon. Let's see, the fashion show is Thursday, the 19th. And thank you, members, for answering the question.
Yes,
The fee to enter the challenge quilt is $5 for the kit and then $20 for the registration. Let me go ahead real quick. There's a break in this one, and in the break, I'll go ahead and link the registration or the website in the chat. So real quick, we've got our Thursday Schoolhouse series again with Rose Allen. We've got Preparing Fabric for Quilting, Piecing for Success, Quilting with Walking Foot, and Binding a Quilt. And now it's not letting me move this, which is weird. Oh, just kidding, guys. Almost. All right. And then our faculty and judge, Kathy Belts, will be doing Spinning Wheels, Revamped Denim, Abstraction, and Rainbow Drops. And then Rachel Clark is our faculty and fashion show MC with Fast Seminal Piecing Coat Making class, which is a 2-day class. And then our fashion show Mingle and we're still calling for the models. Let me go ahead and stop sharing so I can get the chat again and put you in here. Thank you for your patience. And all right, everyone. It's that. To this, our speaker here. We have Joe Cunningham with Nature's Kingdom, Rock the Block, Creative Design, and his lecture, Quilt for Our Times. That's different than the banquet lecture. Gwen Hanvey is doing her Fussy Cut Magic workshop, and a lecture is Stretches for Stitchers. Another judge and faculty member is Pat Harrison, who's doing Binding 201, Binding 301, Circle Those Scraps, and the lecture of You Be the Judge. MJ Kinman, Dames and Diamonds, Color Play, Beyond Color Theory, Improv Gems for our workshops, and then 2 lectures, National Treasures and the Magic of Color Interaction. And then we have our long arm classroom faculty member, and that's Kelly McKenzie. And we will have long arm quilting from A to Z, stitch like a pro on a long arm, and quilt as you go on a long arm. There's multiple sessions of each of these. Beth Ann Nimesh is doing quilted texture, A to Zen, nimeshing, formal feathers, and her lecture is yarn couching and free motion to fine art. Our faculty, Heidi Parks, she's doing scrap quilting, visible hand piecing, framed quilt in a day, improv hand quilting, and her lecture is yoga hand and body love. Then we have our lecturer, Patricia Simmons, and she is doing templates, rulers, and machine quilting. And our faculty also teaching a beginner's course of log cabins, Helen Smith Stone, and then her lecture is personalizing your quilts with embellishments. She was on the last Meet the Teacher, and she was very excited about the embellishments. I enjoyed that. Next up is Lisa Thorpe, and her classes are backyard bird fabric collage, photo fascination, coloring Inktense with pencils, and her lecture is surface design trunk show. That brings us to our last faculty member, Elaine Wick Poplin, the Fibonacci squared, awakening, partial block down, and outspoken improv lettering. All right, so again, here is show registration. Again, I'm going to reinforce, if you are a member and you've received your email, if you haven't received your email, here's this important tip. If you haven't received your email, let us know. You can email either quilter@mnquilt.org or show director. Chances are at some point you may have opted out of receiving emails that we send through Cvent. So we can look that up and we can we opt you back in essentially. So we want to make sure we're capturing you. Sometimes too, you just need to clear your cache on your computer, and then you would get that. Check your spam folder. We've received a lot of those calls this week, but if you are a member and we have sent out those emails, we want to get you in there. So once more, our show day hours are Thursday and Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 4. And I want to take a pause here and bring up the registration. Okay, I'm going to answer some questions. Who to contact about modeling at the fashion show is faculty@mnquilt.org or show director@mnquilt.org. And there, thanks, Linda, for putting that in. All right, let me see. That just not sharing. Okay. There you are. There you are. Okay. So this is the homepage right here. This is what it looks like. We have the buttons at the top, so you can see through everything. This is just if you're using that link. This is not part of the, I mean, it's part of the website. So it's part of, you can access this from the link, but you will be going, let's see here. The workshops and lectures is what I want to show you, because those class pictures, which are important, everyone wants to see them, and understandably so. You have to scroll down and get through these quilt entries, and then you have to actually log in to the class itself, where you can see Backyard Bird Fabric Collage, and you can see what the class is, you can see the image, you can access the supply list. So that's kind of a tricky little wicket in this Cvent. We have tried to fix that on with Cvent. They say sorry, but we're not doing that. You have the faculty members. So, but I mean, all of them are like this. So you can go ahead and you can see what they are. You can see the picture. You can see what the fee is. And then just finish this out. We went through the teachers. All right. We'll talk about door prizes, but first I want to make sure I capture questions, because this is our time to shine. Okay.
Hi, I'd like to address admissions.
Go for it.
Okay, admissions to the show is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And if you're doing advanced registration, that's what you get. But it does not include your special events, which includes the sneak peek on Wednesday or any of the lectures. And you can purchase, like, my understanding is you can purchase lecture tickets at the show.
Correct.
I was just going to pop in and say that on the challenge quilt entry, it's $5 for the kit, and I did go to the website and confirm it's $20 to register your little creation for the show.
Glenn.
This is Paulette with the youth exhibit, and I just wanted to add a little bit of information on that. This year, we do have a sewing machine that's going to be raffled off to one of the youth who exhibit in our in the show. In previous years, we never know until just about showtime whether we've got a quilt, so we can or a machine, so we can never advertise it. But this year we've already got one, so we can advertise it. So this is a good thing for the kids. I've already told my grandchildren, and their eyes got really big, and they're like, all right, Grandma, let's get going. Let's get going. So just that little bit of side information there.
That's lovely. Thank you, Paulette. Is there anyone else that would like to chime in from the show committee?
Can I talk about admissions again?
Sure.
Okay, we will be selling tickets in advance at the meetings. Starting in March, we were gonna do it this month, but obviously no one can make it there. But, and then you can also go online and go to the MQ store and purchase tickets there. And it's a $2 discount if you purchase them in advance of the show.
This is Lori. Hi, I can't hear you, but that's okay. So I'm on the judge committee this year, and I would just like to suggest to anybody that is even considering entering judged, go find out what all the categories are and decide which one you're going to enter your quilt in. That's your answer to your question. Just do it. You will be glad that you did.
I like that plug. Just do it. Go for it.
Hi everyone, I'm Jody Murphy. I'm doing the raffle and I will be looking for nice baskets to put the items in for the raffle. So if you're cleaning things out and you have a nice, strong basket that you think would work, you could either email me or leave it in the office and I will pick it up either after a meeting on Saturday or I can run in so Deborah or someone can let me know if there's a basket for me. So they have to be pretty good size. But yeah, if you have a basket in nice shape, I would love to see it. Thanks.
We have a couple of baskets for you at the office. All right. I will go ahead and get us talking about the door prizes, I guess. Oh, I would like to just take a moment and thank Brenda for adding this in. There are 2 special exhibits that we invite you to be a part of. My grandmother's quilts, if you are inspired by a grandmother or other senior family members to pick up a needle and quilt. Share a legacy quilt from your mentor. The other exhibit is finally finished. I don't know how many I have to complete before I can add to this, but this is a quilt project that has been waiting to be finished for a decade or more. Time to finish it. Send your name, story, and the size of your quilt to special exhibits at mnquilt.org. Those are very fun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick some random numbers. I have the lovely random number generated here. And we are at 89, okay. All right. So I've got Linda, are you ready for my numbers?
I'm ready. You might want to note that the people who win this will get an email with a list of the sponsors and vendors, and they can pick from anyone on that list for who to cash in their gift certificate.
Yes, thank you. We want to encourage people to shop the vendors either before the show or during the show. So that's why we're going with gift certificate or gift cards from them. So first up is 47.
Colleen Backus. Are you still on, Colleen?
How do we get our numbers?
We have a list of all the people who registered and they randomly pick the numbers and I look at the registration list and that's
Oh, okay.
how we pick the winners. So wait a second. I need to see if Colleen is still on. She's not on.
Okay. Shall I go ahead and randomize again?
Yeah, pick
Yep.
another number.
Okay. And we've got 90
Be
here.
present to win for these things.
Mhm. All right, so we've got 39.
39 is Sally Alden. Is Sally still on? Nope, she's not on either.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep making the AI do the trick. How about 6?
I'm still on here.
Oh, Sally.
Oh,
Oh, there she is.
I
Okay.
am on.
okay. You'll get an email with the list.
Okay.
Feel like we can use 6 as the other number.
What Well, it's interesting. 6 is the first name, last name, email. So go higher than 6.
20.
20. Jane Kaiser. Is Jane still on? I don't see her either. Unless I'm wrong.
65.
Okay, let me scroll down here. Karen Noel. Karen's on.
I'm here. Yay.
Yay. Okay, you'll get an email.
And one other, we've got 21.
21 is Virginia Mercel. Virginia, are you still on?
She is.
Yes, she is. Yay.
Excellent. That's wonderful. I'm just going to pop in the chat. All right, another message we've got from our MQP. So please don't miss the MQP sponsored programs in March. See the website for more information about Lindsay McCrae and her programs on FeedSax. And then she will be teaching that strip piecing course in the afternoon after the morning meeting. All right. I would like to thank everyone for being here, for giving us your time and energy this morning. And just know that the show is building right along and we're getting through. And I'm very happy to know that St. Cloud is excited for us. And we're excited for St. Cloud. And get your quilts in.
There's some questions in the chat.
Okay. Okay. I like that people are answering star block for the banquet 12 by 12 finished. Sue, I don't think Sue is on here. She did say 12 by 12, but we can confirm with her.
I am here.
Oh, you are here. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whatever size they can make.
Okay. And then we also do have our in the special exhibit, Pat Cox retrospective is another one. In terms of being able to find the class info. So there does seem to be an issue with Apple products. So if you're on an Apple tablet, sometimes the things don't pop up. Your phone should work and a desktop or a laptop should work. And it's a glitch within Cvent. It's not ideal, but it is something that we have also requested a change, but we don't have that. We haven't been able to get Cvent to work with that as of yet. We're going to keep asking them though. So keep up your inquiries. And let's see. Congratulations to the winners again for the door prizes. Yes. What time is QFO at the office on Wednesdays? 11 to 1. And you can come in and you can also go ahead and bring things in if you want to donate, or you can grab things. We did show and tell already, but I can pull up the presentation, Brenda, if you'd like to talk about your quilt, because it's lovely. Let me go ahead and do that. Well, as long as I didn't cancel it. Hold on one second.
I have a quick announcement.
Um,
I think I got online about 5 minutes late and you'd already gone past the announcement section. I just want to reiterate that I'm looking for people to join the nominating committee, and the nominating committee is charged with finding people to serve on the board, either just now because we have some openings, or in the fall when we will have other openings. And it's kind of a serious concern. You know, it's a great way to meet friends, and it's wonderful to have that happen. But the bigger issue, or the concern on my part, is that we have, I think, 3 openings, maybe more, on the board right now. And come fall, we're going to have even more openings as current board members, their terms expire. And having a board is a critical part of keeping Minnesota quilters going. So I need I need volunteers to give me a call to say, yes, I'm willing to consider this, and we can provide you with the information and help you think about what thing might be right. Or you can volunteer with somebody to take on a co-director role, and that can be a fun way to meet additional members on the board. And being on the board or participating in the board and other volunteer tasks have been a great way that I've been able to meet people at Minnesota Quilters. And it's a great way to form friendships. So I'd encourage everyone, please consider this. We need to have a board, and I need those volunteers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wynn. I'm gonna go to Brenda's share now.
yeah, except Brenda is saying on her chat that she can't talk. She just had surgery of sinus.
Oh,
So she had a good time making these quilts.
thank you for reading.
Sorry.
Well, accolades, here you are. We enjoyed the images. So if you signed in a little bit later, I will go through and just show the show and tell quilts again. And I am available. I'm in the office. I have my my email and my phone number is listed. So please feel free to call me if you have questions, if you're interested in volunteering as we get our Sign Up Genius set up. And then we will send out a link to signing up when we have those ready, and you can select and choose from volunteer slots. All right. Me. When there's a question about, are there duties listed for the board member roles somewhere? Or Wendy, is there?
You're muted.
Sorry. I'll say that again. We don't have a specific link, but I think what I can do is put something into the Thursday Thimble, and I will work with Deborah on getting that done so that you can have a chance to see what the job descriptions say. Thanks.
Everyone. And again, stay safe, stay warm, stay cozy, enjoy your quilting day. And thank you for being a part of MQ.
And thank you for being flexible and coming to an all Zoom meeting rather than the in-person hybrid meeting.
And go directly to the website. As long as you're sitting at your computer, go check it all out.
Register your quilts. Yes.
And enter your quilts.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.